Hey guys, welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. In this video today we want to talk about 3 rules that you need to stick to in your training to get bigger triceps. So, the first rule for a bigger triceps is pretty easy, and the rule is that the compound lifts are first. They need to have the highest priority and the highest volume in your training. But why is that so, and what are compound lifts? Compound lifts are multi-joint lifts that hit more joints and more muscles in one lift, and for our triceps that would be bench presses, dips, handstand push-ups, overhead presses, regular push-ups. So basically all multi-joint push exercises. And why are these best for developing a triceps? This is pretty easy to explain because you can move the most weight on these lifts. So you can create the most muscular tension and the most metabolic and mechanical stress. And metabolic and mechanical stress makes a muscle grow. And on the other hand, you're also working your triceps on every angle. If you're working it overhead, horizontal, you have it in a natural movement, you train complex movement patterns, and this will get you a bigger triceps, of course. Rule number 2 is the most basic rule when it comes to muscle growth and hypertrophy in general, and applies to all muscles, not only the triceps muscles. And this is train heavy and train intense enough. If you're not getting close enough to muscular failure, then you won't reach hypertrophy. And hypertrophy, from the evidence part, starts round about 4 to 5 reps before muscular failure. So you need to pick a weight or a progression in calisthenics so that you at least get into this range of 5 to 4 reps before muscular failure. And this is where hypertrophy starts. So the closer you get to muscular failure, the better for hypertrophy. I would suggest not always go to full failure, because if you go to full failure in the first set, you probably won't get enough volume done, because your muscles are so sore from the first set that you won't get enough volume in the second, third, fourth, and fifth set. So my recommendation for hypertrophy is to stick to around about 2 reps in reserve for your training, and pick a pretty heavy weight and go for a rep range between 5 and 15 reps. For isolation exercise, you can also go a little bit higher to like 20-25 reps, but mostly stick to that 5 to 15 rep range with 2 reps in reserve. So finally we reached rule number 3, and rule number 3 is add isolation exercises to the end of your training. So once you finish the triceps with heavy compound lifts from different angles, from overhead presses and bench presses or push-ups and dip movements, it's time to add some isolation work to really get a high volume on your triceps and to work it separately from shoulders and chest. And what kind of exercises you can do in calisthenic style or with weights, I will show you now. Also with isolation exercises, as I said in rule number 2, it's really nice to play around with different rep ranges. You can go for 6 to 10 rep ranges with more intense weights, or really like add some burnout sets with 20 or 25 reps plus to really work your muscle in all rep ranges to get the best out of your workout that you can do. Because depending on the muscle types, on the fiber types that you have, maybe high rep ranges are better for hypertrophy than low rep ranges. And since you don't really know what's best for you, I recommend you to implement all rep ranges just to be sure and to get really horse-toe triceps. So I want to start with my number 1 favorite calisthenics isolation exercise for triceps. And this exercise is best done on the rings, and these are ring triceps extensions. Why do I love to do them on the rings? Because if you do it on the bar, your wrist can't move in the direction it needs to be be pain-free. And on the rings, I feel that I have more freedom and my wrists just don't hurt doing this exercise. and also you can easily do some drop sets, because if you just take a step forward or to step backward, or change the ring height, you can easily scale that exercise and do really high rep ranges or drop sets, and this makes this exercise definitely my favorite triceps exercise to go. As you can see, with one setup, it's super easy to hit different intensities. If I go really low, the exercise is super hard, and the more I increase the ring height by just moving forward, I can scale this exercise super easy, and I have like these overhead triceps extension movement, and I feel this exercise really good, and I just love it. So now some advertisement. Since you need rings for this exercise, I want to recommend you the rings by VR Fortis, because they have wooden rings, and I would always prefer wood before plastic rings, because you have, even without chalk, you have a really nice grip. Also, the mechanism here is really stable, and they have scales on the straps, so you can remember which number you need for which exercise, and it's super easy to place the rings on the same height. So if you need high quality wooden rings and you want to support this channel, then feel free to use the link in the description. If you purchase the rings over this link, I will get a small commission, and you can get quality rings and support this channel and create a win-win situation. Thank you guys. So the next bodyweight triceps exercise I want to show you is an exercise that is more suitable for advanced athletes, since it's just too hard for beginners, since I even can't do it properly. So this exercise is impossible dips, or partial reps impossible dips, because full range of motion is super hard. I also can't do it, but I use partial reps to really focus on my triceps and keep the form, and promise it will really burn your triceps, and also has a super nice carryover to regular dips, since you can overload your triceps. So let me show you how I do the partial reps. So I recommend using chalk for this exercise, because you have a lot of stress on your wrist in this direction, so you need a really tight grip, and chalk just makes the grip easier. And again, some advertisement, I use the chalk by VR Fortis. You can get it over the link in the description to support this channel and to get the extra portion grip. So what is important on these impossible dips is to keep the core tight and to keep the angle in the arms. So you don't go forward like on regular dips, you try to be like behind your wrist. So you really want to get this extension and to focus only on your triceps. So my favorite exercise with weight for triceps is definitely the French press, and how the French press looks, I will show you now. The last exercise that I want to show you are triceps pushdowns. If you have cables available, then you can definitely do it on the cable tower. I have no cable tower here, that's why I rebuilt this exercise with a resistance band and a regular broomstick from the supermarket. And how I do it and how I execute it, I will show you now. I just wrap the band about my pull-up bar and then just put the broomstick through the band. And now I basically have a cable. And how I do the exercise is that I take one step forward, and what I want to do is get my elbows before my body and then do the triceps extension here. I won't do it here because if I do it here, the head of my triceps has to withstand this movement, which gives me a better activation when I do it here than doing it here, because what the triceps also does is this movement, and if you need to withstand it, then you have a kind of isometric work that the triceps also does. So I recommend it to do it here. And this exercise is also really great for higher rep ranges. And so if you're interested in more resistance bands exercises to train at home and do some bodybuilding at home, then check out banditbodybuilding.com. I created a home workout program using only resistance bands for all of you guys that stick in quarantine right now and can't go to the gym. So check out the program. It's an 8-week resistance band program for some gains at home. So I hope you liked the video. Try out the techniques, apply the rules, and get a really big horse-toe triceps. And yeah, feel free to leave me a comment how you like this video, what you want to see next. Subscribe to the channel, and yeah, see you in the next video, guys.